Humility is an often misunderstood attribute. People think of a humble person as one who is submissive or hesitant, when in reality, humility has little to do with how outwardly assertive or confident a person is. Humility is being secure enough in your own abilities and who you are to not feel that you have to prove your worth to others. A humble leader is one who is able to put their own ego aside to benefit the organization if needed. Unless the leader somehow always has the best ideas, which is a problem if true, humility is necessary for leaders to best set their organization up for success. A humble leader cares less about who gets the credit and more about how ideas are able to help their people and organization reach their potential. Nelson Mandela was elected as the first black president of South Africa, serving in the office from 1994 to 1999. Even more incredible was that only 4 years before being elected, President Mandela had been serving a 27-year prison sentence for treason against the government for leading the South African Communist Party. He was a Marxist who viewed communism as the only way for his country to become a land of equal opportunity. During his time in prison, he spent hours explaining the evils of capitalism to his guards and fellow prisoners. Nelson Mandela was a prominent revolutionary figure, seen around the globe as one of the forefront activists for social equality and equity. His election sparked joy in those who thought he would overturn the failures of the previous regime. But others were concerned as they believed their businesses and livelihoods would be taken under President Mandela's rule. When he came into office in 1994, he did not implement the hard-left socialist policies that many expected him to. Instead, he introduced capitalistic and business-friendly government practices. These policies increased the country's economy at record-breaking rates and helped it gain admittance into the World Trade Organization in 1995. How did this happen? Did President Mandela suddenly transform from a lifelong Marxist and activist into a capitalist in just a couple of years? He did what few leaders have the strength to do. He put his personal feelings aside and had the humility to listen to others and choose a different path that would serve the needs of his people. It turns out that before President Mandela stepped into his presidency, the World Bank had created a unique program targeted towards advancing the country's economic growth. They analyzed studies and policy discussions in collaboration with all of the political parties. When given the results of this investigation, President Mandela did not fight them. He was humble enough to act on the recommendations of the World Bank, which united the political parties in moving the South African economy forward. This decision eventually doubled the growth of the economy, enabling South Africa's poorest citizens to gain access to basic amenities like running water and electricity. Most of you are leaders because you have spent years as high-achieving individuals, proving your worth to the organization through your contributions. Switching gears as a leader and being open to your ideas being challenged can be a difficult transition. It takes the quiet confidence that comes along with true humility to understand that it's not just okay for one of your people to solve organizational issues instead of you, but it's preferable. Do not let your pride hold you or your organization back from progress. Be the leader that cares more about the impact of a solution and less about where the solution came from. Alright scholars, I have a challenge for you from today's lesson. I want each of you to answer the question, how often are you the one coming up with the ideas that end up being utilized? Why do you think that is? Make sure you put your answer in the comments so we can all learn from each other. Alright, till next time, keep on learning. Thank you for watching. Much of what I go over in my lessons can be found in my book, Mission First, People Always, which is available for purchase through the link in the description of the video. If you enjoyed today's video and want to watch more leadership lessons, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel.